Grand Rising to the collective, man. Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and subbing up. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop upload. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos a week, man. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, it helps the collective grow, helps the collective get bigger, man. It helps people who like this type of content tap in with this type of content. But this is for entertainment purposes. And I know y'all feeling the drip, man. Go ahead, let me show y'all the little collective jacket. Y'all know what it is. Yeah, y'all know what it is. If y'all want one, make sure y'all reach out to DIYOJ. Shout out to them, man. They told me, go ahead and use the promo code IMQHEF when you make your first purchase. Get 10% off. I'll put their link in the description as well. If you want something, go check it out. They get you right, bro. They get the drip right. Y'all know I had to come with the University of Miami type colors. Y'all already know I'm a 90s type of person. I was born in the 90s. I love the vibes. But again, that's DIYOJ. Link will be in the description as well. Shout out to them for the merch, man. The collective merch. It will be coming soon. I got y'all. I ain't forgot. But I ain't gonna hold you. We gonna get right into the video, bro. Let's go.
War in America, it's inevitable that at some point in our lifetime that bombs will be dropped in America, just like every other country have had bombs, have had war in their country. Just like what we're seeing in Ukraine and Russia, it will be here. But the only difference is the people to do us like that is already here and planted. They was here. They've been here since the 80s. Every country has, America has been invaded a long time ago. The world know you can't beat America from attacking them, from the outside coming attacking them. You can't beat them. So they've been sending people over here to learn us. America has 99 different tongues in it. They brought their cultures. They brought their people. They got sleeper cells here. They got sleeper cells here. That's been waiting, and they've been waiting, and they've been living amongst us. They have assimilated. They know our culture. They know our highways. That's what's coming. Because we have weakened. We're no longer a superpower. We are a weakened superpower because we have been at war for over 200 years. United States of America have. We are weak. So only thing we got left to do is to push a nuke and destroy the world, destroy the nuclear world war. That's our only major defense. But we was attacked with the. That's what people fail to realize. It was World War III. The next is World War IV. That weakened our military, that weakened our government, that brought man. The first thing that happened when we realized what the pandemic was we shut our country down and we started passing war defense acts. If you do your research. So that's what's to come, homie. America is crumbling, is tumbling, and we're going against one another. That's where we losing it because America is no longer united. Democrat hate Republican. Republican hate Democrat. Gay hate straight. Straight hate gay. It's too much hate in America for America to win any more wars.
Great answer. Our next question is, why do you think there are more black female artists being pushed right now than black male artists?
Because gangsterism is have expired. Is gayism and hoism. So there's a new spirit along in the pop and entertainment culture. There's a Jezebel spirit. Nigga, whole sell now. Gangster don't really sell no more. Gay gangster that's gayism. Gay gangster that's gayism. Young Thug introduced the gay gangsterism. Nigga wear a dress, wear this, shoot you, kill you, do what you want. He introduced that by what, 8 to 10 years ago? So now it's sprouted. It's a seed, the seed done grew. So who more? That's a hell of a combination, homie. So that's why you see Saucy Santana running with the city girls, talking gangster as a gay dude to a straight man. And other straight men in the industry going to go get bisexual men to get a fight together. You see this that's going on?
Yeah.
Gangsterism and gayism, homie, is now in bed with hoism. So what that breeds, homie, nothing but lust among kids. Orgy, Sodom and Gomorrah. Yeah, no, nigga, that real freaky shit that make God return. That real freaky shit that make God return, homie. So that's what we seeing. The end. Yeah. We seeing the end of mankind, nigga. That's what we seeing. Shit.
Come see. All right, my next question. It's been 27 years since Tupac died. Why do you think they're coming after Keefy D now, 27 years later?
All this information have been known, so nothing new has occurred. I think they playing on us. I think they playing on us, homie. This man been saying the same things, and they've been having the same detectives been doing documentaries, repeating the same things. So, I think it's bigger than what we're seeing. And I think they're using this as a distraction for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I think we being distracted, homie, with the Tupac shit. And I'm saying, so what? His mama dead. So what? They feel, man, it shouldn't mean nothing to us at this point. His mama gone. And they already been knowing who did it, my nigga. Homie, it ain't nothing they can't solve. It ain't nothing that they can't solve, my nigga. So they already been knowing who did this. 27 years later now, it's just the white people now. Nigga, they finna retire with a big name. They get to go out and retire, tell the Tupac story. The detectives who've been working on the case, they get to close the case. They go end up being promoted to a lieutenant and a captain and a one-day chief of Las Vegas Police Department because their name is going to be attached to the Tupac murder. They're going to get to come out and tell a whole nother movie after the murder trial is over with. So it's for to make careers and generate revenue for the entertainment industry and the Hollywood powers to be.
I was thinking it was going to generate them some new income, some new movies, some new documentaries, some new hip-hop movies to make.
This ain't got nothing to do with justice and solving no murder because they already knew. And they know who killed Biggie.
All right, my next question is, why do you think most male celebrities like Deion Sanders, Shaquille O'Neal, Jamie Foxx, and Young Jock are required at some point in their career to wear a dress to be successful?
But they wouldn't take the why? Nigga, I brought a dress, but I ain't taking that cause they think cause some of them like that dick. So they give you options, they don't force you. They lure you in.
Yeah.
Listen to me, homie. They give you options. They don't force you. They lure you in. They put you in situations. They take you through media training, as they would say. And in the process of media training, your gay publicist or your female publicist is gonna have a gay hairstylist. And all of y'all are gonna be staying in the same multi-million-dollar house during media training. But they're gonna keep you and the gay dude close to each other where y'all can share bathrooms just in case you like gay dudes and they can they're gonna put you in situations. So when you see these niggas in dresses and they seem like strong, straight men, they got women's, that's because they don't like, they didn't want to take this was their option. Because they don't force you, homie. They don't force you. That's why when you enter into their world, it's not by force. They don't force nobody into that world because you ain't gonna keep their secrets. If you're forced in, they give you options. Which door you want to go through? And them niggas pick their door.
You gotta pick your door.
You gotta pick your door. When you want to go through, when you want to get to the light, When you want to get to the light, you got to pick a door to go through.
So, my next question is, and this is a very important question.
Message to new
From this
people
comment,
waking
I feel
up.
like you're just waking up, like you're in the beginning, and you could say it was a year or two. You're still in the beginning, and this is for anyone who is now starting to go through this. Please listen to what I'm saying. It's okay. Yes, everything's a lie. Everything is a lie. But when you start waking up, you start going through this fears phase, this dread, this panic, this hopelessness. By design. Because the truth isn't nice. It's not. And I want you to, after you're done researching, you still want to, verify everything you believe now, just to make sure you're not going crazy. You need more validity. Do that. But when you're done doing that and you get out of that fear, realize the fear is on purpose. Realize you need to pivot. Realize you now have purpose on your own. And realize who you really are. Realize your power. Realize why they want fear in you. Realize why the religions push this narrative of hell so you can be controlled, so you fear death. Because everyone in this world is, if we was under the narrative of religion, no one's worthy to go to heaven. So who the fuck would want to die? Now you see the point of religion. You're not going to die. They don't want you not to be afraid of death. They want you to fear death. But when you lose that fear and you work on you, becoming a better version, and only doing it because there is no hell, my friend, I can't wait for you to have that revelation. I can't wait for you to translate your whole moral fiber. I can't wait. That's the most beautifulest thing. I go on live, and my community knows I'm attacked financially on here to make me give up, make me stop. You know my community, you know how they responded? I get woken up to PayPals. I get woken up to Cash Apps. I'm not even asking. Because my community is about the spirits, not the material. See? You will change who you are completely. People always ask, do I regret waking up? Are you fucking crazy? I was terrible. Now, I want to unite. Law of one. I know who I am.
Y'all have...
To those who still have learning to do, which should be everybody, my message to y'all is there's nothing wrong with that. So if you gotta keep learning, keep learning. That's what we supposed to do. So when you be like, when someone tells you, do your research, don't even listen to them. Stay on your path. Stay at your pace. As long as you know you learning, and like he say, you being a better version, it don't matter about nothing going on around you. Understand to overstand to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish. When people tell you you got a lot to learn, or you got research to do and things like that, that's because they still do. And they trying to make themselves feel bigger. But don't trip, man. And the mission can be tough. Stay at your pace. Don't let nobody rush you. That's what I'm gonna say to that clip. I like what he talking about. And just to add on to that. And in the first clip, I didn't know Charleston White was arrested. But hearing that, I could definitely see why he up in the clip. I could definitely see it.
Started something with this mud flood thing, okay? So we finna get into it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it, so let's go. Let's get into it. All right, so I'm gonna start off with this picture right here. So if you look at this picture, you see all of these lights, right? But what is the one thing that is missing from this picture with all these lights? No matter where you look, there's no power lines. Not one power line in sight. So how in the world did they power their buildings? How did they get electricity to their buildings to power these lights on? Here's another one. There's no power lines, but look how lit up it is. And not only that, guys, I have a question. How did these people right here on horses and buggies have the technology to build this kind of architecture? It doesn't add up at all. Look at this building. Look at the lights and the columns and all of the spiky things on the top. Like, what is going on here? So in this picture, I'm supposed to believe that the people on the left-hand side are the ones that built this building. There's no way. There is no way possible that they built that. They're still using horses and buggies. So how in the world did they build this? Where did they get all of the material? This just does not add up. The same scenario here. There's no way that these people built these buildings. Look at their vehicles. Like, look at what they're driving. Don't you think that if they built these buildings, their vehicles would be a lot more advanced than this? Look at this building, right? Okay, now look at the obelisk. There's no way that they built that. There's just no way possible. Another question I have is, do you see those doors over there? Why are those doors and archways so big? And these columns, look how big they are. But look how little the people are. So who were these buildings originally built for? The same thing here. Look at that archway. Look how small these people are. I mean, who were they built for? Going back to this picture, look at the archways and the doorways. Those are massive. Those were not built for modern day people. I could be overthinking things and I could be seeing something where there is nothing. I don't know. But what do y'all think? Let me know below because this just doesn't add up to me.
I want to show y'all something. Like I say, everything is vibration. Everything is frequency. Everything is energy. And everything has a vibration to it. These words that we use have vibrations to them. That's why they gave us their language, because everything has a vibration. The numbers in the universe is 1 through 9. That's why they gave us these letters that they gave us, because they all are connected to a number. I'm in the rabbit hole because when I get something and I get triggered by that unbalance, it makes me dig more. I'm telling y'all, put the word out. Do not go in no building talking about watching the color purple on Christmas Day. God is not in buildings made by hand. I'm literally being told to use that scripture because they say this is about Christmas, which God is supposed to be acknowledged. The color purple movie has a vibration. The word the, T-H-E, color, C-O-L-O-R, purple, P-U-R-P-L-E, movie, M-O-V-I-E. The word the vibrates to 33. 33 is a master number. The word color vibrates to 63. 6 and a 3. Neurons, proton, electrons, 3, 6. You see, 6, 6, 6. And 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 is connected to our consciousness because everything is consciousness. So the word purple vibrates to 88. You break 88 down, that's 2 8s. One for them, one for us. As above, so below, as within, so without. They got to match up. You understand? They gotta match it up so the universe can pick it up like it's in harmony down here when it's not the harmony that we want down here. So if you break 88 down, you add 8 plus 8, which is 16. That becomes a 1 and a 6. 1 is connected to the oneness that everybody connected to, and the 6, neurons, protons, electrons, we are the energy, and they're trying to connect to us with that 88, the color purple, and 1 plus 6 is 7. They're connecting to our spirit and soul with that color because we are a spirit and soul. We're not the meat suits. The word movie vibrates to 64. A 6 and a 4. Neurons, proton, electrons. The number of a man, they're trying to get it in balance. 4 is connected to balance. 6 plus 4 is 10. A 1 and a 0. They're trying to reset. You understand? Start again. 0 is reset. So you got 33 trying to master our consciousness which is our spirit, and start a new thing. If we, the people, go in any theater and watch this movie, Color Purple, we will give energy to that white Jesus Christ spirit, which is connected to the Phoenicians, who are evil spirits, dark entities that will siphon our energy, because we are all, oh my God, in one building, one place, looking at the same thing. Okay? That's how they win. They put us all in one space. And we all are permeating the same energy in this building. Whatever it is, it's going to be low vibrational, because the movie is not going to bring happy, joy, joy. First of all, it's taking people away from their family. You understand? This is supposed to be a day we're supposed to be with the family. But they have concocted a movie, and to go watch it on that day, which is supposed to be God's birthday, but it ain't by God in the movie. You understand? It's not about sisterly love, because we don't have that from the last one. They have not reiterated from the first movie to this movie about sisterly love and how to get that love. Oprah is working for the wicked forces, the demonic forces, the satanic forces.
Thank you.
That's why she said, God don't like for you to not acknowledge the color purple. Ooh, what God is that? Get mad because you don't even acknowledge the color. But all of this killing they're doing, genocide, hunger, homelessness, and God ain't got no problem with that. But he gonna get mad if people don't acknowledge the color purple. Please, I'm just a messenger. I'm going hard for my God. I'm going hard for the one source that everybody is connected to. I'm just this meat soup. You understand? And the spirit in me is what I'm representing. The hell with this meat soup. The hell with Oprah and them trying to be rich with that paper. That's just what it is. P-A-P-E-R. Let's do the vibration on that, since we're doing vibration. P-A-P-E-R. P is 16. A is 1. That's 17. Another P. That's 16. 13. That's 33. E is 5. That's 38. And aura is 18. 8 and 8 is 16. Carry the 1, 3, 4, 5. You're talking about 56, y'all. A 5 and a 6. 5 is connected to God's grace, the universal connection, our 5 senses. 6 is connected to neurons, protons, electrons, the number of a man. 5 plus 6 is 11. That's a portal. That's a doorway. That's two sticks looking at each other, the paper. You see, they keep bringing us through the portal. Paper portal, because none of that is real. No value to the paper, we the value. The source energy inside of us is the value that they're feeding off of. I'm the valuable one. And I'm valuable when I don't go in that building. You understand? They're not promoting this to talk about purple no other time. Why on Christmas Day? You understand? Oh, God is only God on Christmas Day. Jesus is only Jesus on Christmas Day. He ain't Jesus every day of the week. We don't need him every day of the week. You see what I'm saying? I'm the messenger, and I'm going to keep bringing these messages. This one going hard. I'm in this thing to win this thing. I'm fighting for the soul of the nation. I'm fighting for love, peace, and happiness. Joy, goodwill toward man, equality, equal reciprocity, give and take. Everybody to have. Nobody to be left behind. Like he said, leave the world behind. No. We need to be worrying about the people that's being left behind, because the world is going to take care of itself. Mother Nature got that. But they're not teaching us to not leave each other behind. So again, let this sizzle in your spirit. Please put the word out. The vibrates to 33. 33 is a master number. Go do your research. Color vibrates to number 9. 9 is connected to our consciousness. Purple vibrates to number 7. We got a spirit and a soul. And the word movie vibrates to number 1. Do you understand me? 33, they're trying to master our consciousness, which is connected to our spirit, and start a new beginning. Let's add all of them up. 33 and 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 42. Number 7, that's 49. And 1, 10. Oh my God, I can't make this up. 5. It adds up to 50. 33, 9, 7, and 1. 50. 5 is connected to change. God's grace, universal connection, our 5 senses. I can't make this stuff up. But I certainly can translate what the Spirit telling me to say. And what people think is here about me, it's not my business. Now, if y'all don't want, like the Bible says, the truth, y'all will be given a strong delusion. And people like Oprah is giving y'all a strong delusion. But I can see straight through Oprah, dark spirit. She is working for Babylon, Baal, satanic. That's who trying to take over God's kingdom. Okay? Let this sizzle.
Let her cook. She was going in. And oh, Harpo. Why we gonna believe Harpo, man? Y'all know who Harpo is. That's Oprah in the original. The original, classic. This one, I ain't watch it. And I know we passed the holiday, but I remember when it came, I went to the theaters to see The Exorcist, the new Exorcist. And I remember that came on and I already knew then I wasn't going to watch that. I didn't even know it came out on Christmas, honestly. I wasn't going to watch that. But I do know a person, I seen it on Instagram, I do know a person who vibrate really, 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 really low. Lost in the sauce. And they was there flicking it up, taking pictures. So I came to see the movie. I'm like, oh. Well, that's the only one I saw. That person vibrate low, 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 low. Y'all let me know if y'all seen it. It don't have to necessarily been on Christmas. I'm not watching it. I ain't interested in watching it. But yeah, y'all let me know. Let me know. She was cooking though. She was going in.
When animals come towards you and they won't stay away from you, usually they're trying to get some attention to warn you of something. Because the universe or God cannot just come down and say, hey, by the way, I'm God. So it has to channel its energies through, and usually it uses animals. So that's the first sign. The second sign is through obstructions. So what that means is, let's say, for example, you have your day planned out. And you were going to do, at 9 a.m. you're going to do this, 10, then you were going to do this, then 12 you're going to do that. And then you keep getting obstructed and you don't know why. Then what happens is you rearrange your schedule. You say, okay, let's do it tomorrow instead. Then when tomorrow happens, another obstruction comes in. Then you say, okay, it's all right, maybe we'll do it on Monday next week instead. And when Monday comes, another thing comes in place. At that time, you already know that you shouldn't actually reschedule for another meeting. Because it's that obstruction, they keep getting in the way to try and stop it for you, to try and protect you. Then, moving on to the third thing, which is probably the most dramatic thing of all, is accidents. Now, obviously, nobody wants this to happen. That's why it's very important when you start reading the first signs, the second signs, that you respond to it. You don't just ignore the signs. Because if you keep ignoring the signs and it gets to that time where the universe really needs to have your back and protect you, it will need to create some accidents. So maybe, and we won't focus on this, but just for an example, maybe you will injure your leg. Maybe you will fall over. Maybe there's some traffic accident. Maybe there's certain accidents that happen within you or the people around you. And usually you'll see these things happen in sequence. And if it comes to that point and you are still being stubborn and still being with your ego saying, no, I want to make this happen, understand one thing, you're trying to fight the universe at that point.
Why is nobody talking about the giant hole in the sun right now, about the size of 6,000 Earths? That's a solar storm, and the energy that it could release could knock out all satellites on the side of the Earth that it hits. We would have about 20 minutes notice. And yes, while it is pretty cool, people have been able to see the Aurora Borealis as far south as Oregon. How do you think people are going to act if we don't have satellites, if they can't call anyone on their phone, if they can't navigate? I've watched people get into fights at the grocery store over literal toilet paper. Did they know that water works too? The sun is entering the most active period that we've ever been able to record. So events like these may be more common. Even if it doesn't completely knock out the satellites, the fact that they would be down for a few hours, I'm pretty sure society would cease to function, at least here. And I didn't just make this up. NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Association, put out a warning. So yeah, make sure you're prepared if satellite communication goes out. I don't know how to prepare for that other than just avoiding people.
Hey, it's Miguel Lord.
Man, what's crazy is, didn't they talk about that in that movie Leave the World Behind? But again, I wanted to also tell y'all, I was just watching Greenland. It's on Prime. I don't know if y'all seen that. It's, to me, almost better. Nah, I mean, it's just like Leave the World Behind. It ain't bad. Neither one to me is 1 or 2. They both good movies. Check it out. Let me know in the comments if y'all watched it. I ain't gonna tell y'all nothing about it, but it's very similar to Leave the World Behind. Very similar. I think it came out, what, 2020, 2021, maybe 2022. I don't know. I know it's not like, it wasn't this year. But yeah, check it out. It's on Prime. I know y'all gonna like that movie, man. They actually did show the firmament. They named it. They say fragments was coming through the firmament. And it was, they say it was comets. Fragments of the comet smacking in. Supposed to hit Bermuda, but it didn't. Smacked Central Florida. And everything else went crazy from there. But they do show, they call it Clark in the beginning. They show it coming through the firmament. It look crazy. It look crazy. Check it out, man. Greenland. Greenland. Prime. Check it out.
I have the pleasure here today to sit down and talk to Mr. Derek Bailey with Derek Automotive Technologies, brother.
My
Good
pleasure,
to see you,
friend.
man. Absolutely. And so, had the pleasure of coming by here and seeing this technology a few weeks back. I said, I got to come back here. We got to grab some cameras. We got some stories to tell.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. I walked in and I saw this beautiful car and I said, hold on. All right. And they said it's a black-owned electric car company called
Avani.
Avani. Tell us about your vision and what you're doing here in this industry.
Oh, well, actually, we're trying to transform the industry. I mean, basically, electric cars are great, except for one little thing. No one likes to charge them.
Right.
So originally, we created and received a patent for a new type of generator motor.
Okay. Tell us about that motor.
Basically, it's a 53% efficient motor as compared to a traditional engine, which is about 22% efficient. Okay. So when you burn more of the fuel, then you produce less of a carbon footprint.
Got it.
So the first goal is to reduce the carbon footprint. And then we use that motor to convert fuel to electricity to recharge the batteries in the electric cars. Now you have 2 options to charge. If you happen to be at home, certainly you're welcome to plug our car in. But if you need to hop in your car and take an emergency drive down to your kid at college, and it's 500 miles away, with my generator in that car, you don't have to stop for a charging station.
Keep that man safe. Tesla, let's go. Get him out of there.
Meet Owen Benjamin.
When people are like, I'm like, yeah, I'm against abortion. And they're like, well, I mean, so what are all these black women supposed to do with their babies? And just be like, I'd buy them. You know, like, I'll put them to work. Is it better to kill them than let me buy them? Right? And that's a really funny debate when people just spiral, oh, slavery's so bad, it's so bad, we gotta kill them all. Why is it, if like a black woman's gonna have an abortion, why not just let me buy it? Right? Free labor for life. Yeah, we call it a rapper's dozen. Because I'd really like to see the argument someone is more moral than just buying them.
It gets worse. He goes on to double down on that on his Twitter page to say that employing them is better. So apparently, enslaving people is now employment, as long as they're black. Notice he didn't say anything about all of the unmelanated fetuses that would be deleted. No offers to purchase those. But in the same tweet, he goes on to talk about backlash. But no pun intended, guys. No pun intended. Sure. Now he does all this under the guise of comedy. But let's be real, he's not joking. There's a reason he likes to do his comedy shows in places like Idaho. There's also a reason why no one can reply or at him unless they're subscribed and following him. Those jingle balls aren't so big, are they? But moral of the story is, when people tell you who they are, believe them.
Yeah, my only question was like, I got a billion different questions. Well, my main question on camera, the topic would be, why did he choose black people and why he didn't go after nobody else? That's my only question. And I would want him to answer that directly to me. Like, yeah, I want to sit there and have a conversation with him. And then let's elevate it from there. Let's take it up through the roof from there. Let's give him all the energy he give right back. So whatever he say gonna deserve the straight reaction I'm gonna give him. Cause it's like, yeah, what's your real issue, bro? And if you have an issue and if you are that, let me not offend nobody, the R word, then why you feel like that? What make you so driven with your opinion? If he come off with the cool energy, I'll come off with the cool energy. Respectful, kind, have that verbal communication. But if he come off all reckless, I'm gonna have to come off even more reckless. But I do want to know why he. You know what? I don't want to know. I already know. I wouldn't even have a conversation with bro.
So I was making a Philly cheesesteak right now, and it got me thinking about when I used to work in the meat department at one of those healthy grocery stores. If y'all knew half the stuff that I knew was working back there, some of y'all would never eat meat ever again. I'm not gonna spill all the tea, but I will spill some. I will never get meat from the meat counter unless it's not on the floor. Because a lot of the meat that's inside of the counter, people think that it's fresher, it's better. No. We pulled so many meat off the floor that was old and put it inside of the meat counter so we can reuse it and still make our money. And that was mainly with chicken, pork, and red meat. We would pull some of the steaks off the floor that were old and we would turn it into stew meat, we'd turn it into carne asada. The marinated stuff is usually old. There would be so many times we would pull chicken off the floor to turn into a marinated chicken and it would be slimy and white. And we would still sell it. Also, I will never buy discounted meat unless it's like actually in an ad. I will not do it if the store itself has discounted it. Usually when the meat is discounted at the store is because it's getting old and they have to get rid of it. The meat department is about making their money. They don't care if you get sick or not, they're about making their money because if they spend too much and they don't make enough, they're fucked. They're in trouble. There was a handful of times where the chicken, it would go on sale for a super low price, or the ground beef, and it was because usually the meat was gonna be old the day of or the next day following. I wasn't a meat cutter, but obviously my manager was, and so there was one time I had gotten a roast for my manager to cut, and there was this big ass white blob on top of the meat. And I was like, yo, what is this? And he was like, that's a cyst. What? It's a cyst? What do? Do you throw it away? And he was like, no, we just cut it off, package it up, and throw it out there. What? It's a fucking cyst, bro. There's a lot of times, too, where our red meat would be, like, gray on a certain side of the steak or the meat, whatever the hell it was, and they would just cut that part off, repackage it, throw it out there, because they have to make their money. There was one time this customer came to the meat counter, and they pissed off one of my coworkers. So my coworker took that person's meat in the back room where the customer couldn't see, and they threw that meat on the ground. Picked it back up, threw it on the ground again. And I was like, bro, why are you doing that? And he was like, because that motherfucker pissed me off. He was rude. And I'm like, but now you fucking with their meat. This floor is so disgusting. There's so much meat that drops on the floor that our shoes collect. And you're throwing their meat on there, they can get sick, but they don't care. They're assholes. I am so thankful that I learned how to skin salmon and other fish while I was there, because there were so many times a customer would piss off my coworkers and they would want their salmon or fish skinned. They would weigh the salmon, put the sticker on, go to the back, and cut off a lot of the meat because the customer pissed them off. So they're not going to give them as much as they're paying for. That's fucked up. It's so crazy because everyone thinks that this store is so healthy and so fresh, but you never know what the fuck you're gonna get or how old it is or what they've done to it, which is so fucked up. There's so much other stuff too, but one thing I will say what's crazy is that I am a meat eater. I've always been a major meat eater. Even though I know my meat is good because I cut it myself, or I see them cut it, or I know I'm getting the freshest stuff, it grossed me out how they did stuff. So I actually went vegetarian for 2 years and pescatarian for like a half a year. And I would actually still be vegetarian to this day, but I wasn't getting enough nutrition while I was vegetarian. I didn't know how to make the substitutions taste good. And also too, the substitutions that they have for meat or whatever is also bad for you and has so much shit in it. And so I couldn't go my entire life just eating vegetables and fruits and grains and this and that. I didn't like it. And I actually gained a bunch of weight when I was vegetarian. And so I was like, you know what? At least I have the knowledge now, and hopefully you guys take this with you to know how to pick meat. But again, I don't even know if my stuff that I'm getting is good for me, is clean, isn't old. But yeah, so that's the tea from the meat department.
Gotta be Sprouts, man. Walmart, no. We gotta be Sprouts.
Joke, everyone is coughing in New York City right now, including myself. And it's the worst because you're not even sick. It's just this dry cough with no mucus or anything. Yep. You can drink cough syrup, anything you want, but it's just this weird cough, and like literally everyone has it. Is this just New York City or any other city, any other country experience the same thing? I don't think it's COVID. Let me know what it is.
Yo, shout out to...
Hey, he not lying, because if y'all can hear my nose is stuffy, and somebody did drop in the comments, like, get better. Like, y'all can hear it. I was coughing in previous videos. I don't know what's going on, bro. And it's been hard for me to shake this one. Typically, I could be, like, under the weather for, like, a week and a half, maybe, if that. This time, it went away. It came, it went away. I had a dry cough, and then I went outside after hopping in the shower for a hot second. Throat started hurting and I got sick again. Right now, I'm probably the best I've been in the last, I say 2 weeks. Since a little bit into November. We in December 25th. Like, this one was hard to get around, but a lot of people I have been around too, they have the same issue. I don't know about y'all. Y'all let me know in the comments. Y'all let me know in the comments.
Elon Musk. Elon Musk declares, I just saw this post that Elon Musk declares that diversity and inclusion must die. Y'all, it must die. You know why I'm so happy about this? Is because I was just thinking, as I was sitting out here at the charging station, go figure, with a bunch of about 10 other Teslas, and all of the drivers are black. Yeah. So as I was just thinking, because my lease for my Tesla is up next month, and I was getting ready to get another one, I was thinking, what kind of car do I want to get? And should I get another Tesla? Because I like electric vehicles. And this popped up. So you just helped me to make my decision. I absolutely will not be buying a Tesla. In fact, I'm going to be selling all of my Tesla stock. Absolutely. Because here's the thing. Elon Musk does not support you. He does not support black people. The reason why diversity and inclusion initiatives have been made is because you are keeping African Americans and other minorities out of the workforce. They had to be implemented because of discrimination. But yet you want to continue the cycle of discrimination. So the only thing that these motherfuckers understand is money. Stop giving them money. Black people boycott Tesla. Don't buy another goddamn Tesla. There are other electric vehicles. In fact, Romeo Miller has partnered with a black man who has a new electric vehicle. Support him.
Like I said, Avani. What happens if you rush step 2? That's my question. What happens if you rush step 2 and that thing like just threw up that green juice, bro? That's nasty. From now on, whenever I buy broccoli, bro, I'm gonna forever remember that clip. And what? Bro, it was like almost like they just turned that piece of broccoli alive and then they had it just like moving and squirming. That bro, what? What? Oh my God. What is we watching here?
What in the uncanny valley is this? Watch carefully. She looked like a normal lady at first, and then they kind of switched the frames and you could see this looks like a mask completely. So for those that don't know, what is Uncanny Valley? Uncanny Valley is a theory and a term used to describe an eerie sensation when you see something that looks human but isn't quite there. For example, the mannequins at the stores, if they're very realistic, you'll feel very uneasy around them. Kind of the same thing with robots, they're making them very human-like and it's really creepy. But this is an instinct that evolved within us, so why is that? I guess it's instinctual to avoid things that look like us but are not us. Maybe in the past this happened with some sort of creature, or maybe our minds are too complex now and we're overthinking everything. And if you didn't feel uneasy looking at that clip, let me roll it one more time for you, just so it sinks in your head.
When we first started this channel, I told y'all I had dreams about like things with black eyes, and they kept trying to touch me. And I told y'all I've had girls I was talking to and their eyes turned black like that. Y'all spammed it up in the comments. I still can't pronounce it. It's like a succubus or something like that. That's what I thought that was. But yeah, every time he roll that clip and I see her face, I instantly think of the dream, and then I can't look too long. I can't look too long. That just, yeah, that one freaked me out on that one. Yeah, let me know if y'all seen somebody like that. I know I seen 2 girls' eyes look like that. And I said that in a past video. I said that previously not too long ago. And then we first got the channel rocking like 4 or 5 months ago. I told y'all about the dreams. And I told y'all about that as well. So y'all let me know if y'all seen that before too.
Good morning. It is early here. And it is beautiful. And also terrifying. I think we're gonna need a bigger boat. I think it's time for me to call in a little bit of help up here. Okay, more to come.
Skinwalker or rape? Don't see that.
You guys are going to flip the hell out. I don't even know how I found it, but my mind is blown. Let's get into it because I have to show y'all this. So this is a map that depicts what's under the dome that we live on, or the Terra Dome. These are all different worlds or lands, and there's 178 of them. So when they say we go to outer space, it's not really outer space. It's just beyond the ice wall. If you look around the edge of this map, there's a white line. That is an ice wall. And beyond the ice wall is called the unknown zone because no one knows what's there. No one's been there. Now, here's the thing that's really trippy. When we think of other planets like Mars, Venus, Saturn and stuff, we think of it being in the sky and we're kind of, you know. But what if I told you it's not in the sky? It's actually in this dome. Hear me out. So there's water or oceans that are in between all of these lands, right? Earth is in the direct center of this map. And to get to the other lands, you have to cross water. Here's the Anunnaki lands, which is directly, I guess you would say, it's to the southeast of Earth. If you look at the top left corner right there, that's part of the Earth. Here's Venus and its continents. Y'all, this is trippy. Here's Mars. See, it says ice walls. Neptune, Uranus, Jupiter, Pegasus, and it's surrounded by the abyssal ocean and not too far from Jupiter. Saturn. So here's the lands of Orion, and it's surrounded by the deepest ocean. The lands of Orion are kind of outlined in purple, and you know purple is royalty and, you know, somebody that's up high in stature. What if that's where the highest beings are? Pleiades? I wonder if that's where the paladins come from. Andromeda? What kind of got me is there's actually a land for the forgotten humans. I don't know about that. That's creepy. The celestial lands, lands of angels, ocean of death. Wait a minute, I just saw the second Earth, the land of clones? What? Hercules. I even saw a land for the extraterrestrials and the custodians. Y'all, this map blew my mind. I really need to get my hands on a physical copy of this. I never knew there was so many different worlds out there. But it all makes sense. So buckle up because it's going to be a bumpy ride. We finna go down this rabbit hole. Remember, we're in this together. This is crazy. I can't believe this. Wait, yeah, I can't.
And that right there, folks, is why we got to figure out if the earth is flat. That right there. Somebody said I was a CIA agent, FBI agent. I'm a plant. I'm from the government. Yeah, okay, whatever. Save all that. What I'm gonna say is, they say the reason why is because I'm always pushing flat earth. No, I push flat earth because I want to know if there's other lands. We need to know if they lying to us. I don't want to be told that there's outer space. Nah, we saw the lands of Orion. They lying about something. Earth flat. And I need my hands on a physical copy of that. And if you do too, then we need our hands on each a physical copy of that.
It's prepping. All right, so this is very scary, and I'll explain why. I just watched a movie on Netflix the other night, and it's with, I think, Ethan Hawke is in it, where all of a sudden there's power goes out, their phones stop working, and I forgot what the movie's called. Leave World Behind. Yeah, guys. If you guys don't think this is sus, I don't know what to tell you. The fact that Mark Zuckerberg is building a $100 million, $200 million compound underground in Hawaii, y'all should be freaked out. I'm not trying to put fear in your heads, but he knows something. Like, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, you know what I mean? Obama produced what?
For the end of the world? Pay attention. So Mark Zuckerberg has spent $100 million creating a bunker. Let's talk about that bunker and where it's at. Most average homeowners have about an 1,800 square foot house. Mark Zuckerberg has a 5,000 square foot underground shelter.
That's
with
crazy.
its own energy
That's
and
insane.
food supplies. Coupled with land purchases, it's going to cost in excess of $270 million. Now, there is some charitable contributions made to the locals to, of course, get some of that land grab going. But something that really just kind of picks a little nerve in me, out of Mark Zuckerberg's net worth, we're talking about 0.03%. 207 million.
What's $270 million to somebody like Mark Zuckerberg?
$270 million is 0.03% of Mark Zuckerberg's net worth. Now, yes, this is on a secluded private island in Hawaii. However, something that you kind of think about at 0.03%, this was only released because an investigator found out about it.
Wow.
How many houses have throughout the world when it comes to underground bunkers? This is publicly known now. They're prepping everyone. The movie just came out. They're prepping and they're warning you.
Pay attention and listen, because this CIA agent is going to tell you how to prepare for an upcoming disaster. Look.
Tip number one, only ever wear closed-toed, laced shoes. So only ever wear closed-toed, laced shoes. You can see my mouth can't wrap my way around it. Because no matter what shit hits the fan, if you got closed toes and laces on your feet, you're safe. I have seen way too many bad guys neutralized because they're fighting in flip-flops or sandals or some other shit. And as soon as like asphalt breaks and grass breaks and cement is falling down, your feet are fucked. Your fighting days are over. So always wear closed-toed shoes with laces. Number two, carry small denominations of US dollars. Because when the economy goes to shit, a $5 bill is going to be worth much more than $5. So if you only have 20s, 10s, and $100 bills, then you're going to be overpaying for everything because no one's going to give you change. So you need to carry small amounts of currency, because as soon as the banks shut down, every piece of currency massively increases in value. So I always encourage people to carry $200 in cash, US dollars in cash.
Not Canadian
I recommend
dollars.
you carry them in small denominations.
What about Canadian dollars or Turkish lira?
I would do the same thing with all of it, man. Keep everything in small amounts. Because here's the thing. If you're in Turkey and you're trying to get out of Turkey, guess what the most important currency is going to be?
So do you think USD would still be universally recognized as superior to those in those situations? You would take lira over USD in some cases?
As long as US dollars are the dominant economic force,
yeah,
you want to use those.
Okay.
We don't stand the risk of losing US dollar dominance until we start reaching parity with some other economic power. So 2027, 2029, 2031, that's when you have to really keep an eye on what currency is going to be. But currency valuations change much slower than we think, right? Because there's momentum behind them. So get your hands on US dollars, have them in small denominations. That's tip number two. Tip number three, the only self-defense weapon you need to be a master with is some kind of baton.
So let's recap. Number 1, closed-toed shoes. Number 2, you need at least $200 for when the banks fail. And number 3, you need to become proficient with a physical weapon. Because if you're just carrying around a gun, once you run out of ammo, that weapon becomes useless. And if I were you, I would start preparing now because it seems like Mark Zuckerberg is already building an apocalypse bunker in Hawaii.
First of all, people, don't get scared. It's not 2024. The CIA agent said 27, 29, maybe 31. This dude on TikTok put 2024 to freak everybody out. But I don't want people here on this channel, on this platform, vibrating at that low frequency. So don't freak out. Don't think it's next year or literally in a week or so. Don't vibrate that low. That's not what we here for. Awareness, educational and entertainment purposes. But he did say 27, 29, and 31, not 2024. I did see the caption say 2024. I don't want nobody freaking out. Just prepare. Also, he's saying we need to prepare. We should have been prepared. Because if he already got the bunker set, what if it hit tomorrow? He got somewhere to go. We don't. We did make it to the end of this. If you stuck all the way through, I do appreciate it. Y'all know I love to collect it. If you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. Make sure your post notifications are on, man. But I appreciate y'all, like I said. And if you remember, y'all want one of these jackets, man, want a jersey or something, go check out DIYOJet. Link will be in the description. Use the promo code IamQHalf. You get 10% off, man. But I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna let y'all get out of here. And until I see y'all in the next one, we gone.